opportunities to vend. So first and foremost, people always ask me, how do you find vending events? A simple Google search for your area um, um, should give you some idea of what the possibilities are in your area. But for me at this point, people reach, and I've been doing this for years, so just keep that in mind. I celebrated 8 years of my brand being in business on June the 15th, matter of fact. So happy brand anniversary to me. But so now people reach out to me. People ask me to be a part of their event. So I really don't have to do a lot of searching for vending events, but I definitely would recommend Google. Google is your best friend. Google, hey, Quinta, how are you doing? Google is your best friend. Google will help you find events. So, first thing that I recommend in getting back into the swing of things, especially post-COVID, I know the majority of people has been vaccinated, and we're depending on the honesty policy of people being vaccinated, but it's too warm at this point for a lot of people to wear masks, but I definitely recommend a mask shield because just for safety precautions, for precautionary reasons to protect yourself. So I end up purchasing a face shield, guys, that was in my brand colors. So it matched my brand shirt, and I try to wear my brand colors when I go out and vend as well. So first thing you got to do is prepare. So part of my preparations and the thing that has changed the most is being conscientious of we're still amongst a pandemic. Even though things are getting better, things are opening back up, but you still want to protect yourself. Another thing in preparation is making sure you have plenty of inventory and making sure your inventory is priced. Now, I know a lot of people, I mean, if you just have a single product, I get it, not pricing your stuff, but if you have multiple products, definitely price your stuff because you don't want to spend the majority of your time vending, telling people what the price is. Go ahead and price your stuff so people know up front what they're purchasing and how much it is. Go ahead and figure out how you want, another part of the preparation, how you want to display and set up your display table. Now, let me back up a little bit. Go back. In deciding what events, because I don't do every event I'm invited to. So what's my deciding factor? What helps me decide which events I'm going to participate in? Number one, do I feel like my target audience is going to be there? For me, my target audience is Black women with natural hair, meaning that they have kinky, coily, or curly hair, because my specialty is natural hair accessories and Afrocentric jewelry design. So that's my target audience. So I have to decide, do I feel like my target audience is going to be there? Secondly, is the event host promoting the event? Because it's difficult to get people to show up for events if the host is not advertising. So just check around, look around on social media platforms to make sure that the host is advertising so people know to show up. know to come. You'll be and I know that's probably funny to a lot of you guys, but you'll be surprised how many people host events and they post it maybe once. Like, that's not going to get people to come out to your event. You need to make sure the event stay in front of people in their face. And then the third thing that I look for in an event is just see what the event history is. Just try to get an idea, looking at the photos, the pictures, what kind of turnout they have, and things like that. Okay. So now go back. Let's go back. Now, once I decide that I'm going to vend at an event, then how do I prep? Display, like how you present yourself is everything. Y'all hear me say this all the time. Presentation is everything. So make sure that you have a plan and have a strategy for how you're going to set up your table, how you're going to display your wares, and what that's going to look like. And definitely get there on time, guys. I know that sounds like crazy, but a lot of vending events, if you're not there and set up by a certain time, then you lose your deposit. So make sure you're there on time. Allow yourself ample time to set up your table and your display and what you want everything to look like. Okay. And even, and I'm thinking about Juneteenth, like the actual event did not start till 1 p.m. But because it was in an open area, in an open parking lot, people were still coming down because people was curious, like what's going on, what's happening, for those people who lived in the area and in the community who may not have been aware of what was going on and what was taking place. And I know I made a sale like before I finished setting up. So like, so you just never know. So just always be prepared for that possibility. And plus a lot of vendors buy from other vendors too. So just be aware of that as well. Okay. Another thing, for preparations, just make sure that you, if you get to pick and choose your spot, also getting there early also benefits, where you're able to set up at. And make sure you're in a great traffic flow. We had a perfect spot at Juneteenth. We was right in front of the stage, so everybody that was coming towards the stage had to go by our table, and they also had to pass our table as they exit from the stage. So we got a lot of traffic. So the next thing you should do, set a goal, set sales goals. So if you know that it costs, like, for example, for Juneteenth, the price to vend was $50. Okay. So, and just know what the expectations are. Like the cost of vend was $50. They wanted you set up by noon, and the event started at 1, so they wanted you to be set up and ready to sell an hour in advance. They let you know like what time you come, and you had to sign a contract as well. So in doing all that, you need to set goals. If you know that your vending fee is $50, of course you know you want to be able to make your money back in the vending fee, because once you make your money back from the vending fee, then everything you make above that is your profit. So set goals for yourself. Figure out, okay, how many items, based on the price of your items, how many items do I have to sell to get my money back? Then once you figure out how many items you have to sell to get your money back, then you got to figure out, okay, what do I want my profit to be? And then you decide what that dollar amount is, and then divide that amount by the average price of your product sales. So that'll let you know how many products you got to sell in order to reach your profit goal. Okay. So, and I that's something that I do before I've been in person, because I set those goals, so I have something to aspire to. Okay, something I want to meet. Let's just say like like I would say probably halfway through the day, we had already reached our goal. Matter of fact, I had got my my vending fee back before the event even started. So it was a very productive day. And because the organization promoted the event, the organization advertised the event, people came to buy. They knew people was going to be selling, so they came prepared to buy and to make purchases. Okay. And another thing that I did, I also promoted that I was going to be there. I didn't just depend on the promotion and the marketing of the organization. I also promoted and marketed that I was going to be there. Because a lot of people, a lot of people who came by my booth said, oh, I remember you posting and sharing that you was going to be here. I've been walking around looking for you. And because we were in the front end, because they had vendors in 2 parking lots. Okay. So this was like a pretty big event. And so people said, because I knew you was going to be here, I saw your advertisement, I saw your marketing, I came here looking for you. Okay, so make sure that you promote yourself, market yourself as well, and let people know that you're going to be at the event. Not only did we market pre-event, but we marketed while we was at the event. We went live on Instagram. We went live on Facebook, letting people know we were there, encouraging people to come out, and encouraging people to come out and support us. So definitely that is a great marketing strategy that I recommend everybody to use who do in-person events. With my marketing promotions pre the event, I basically let people know what items, what products, what designs I was going to have at the event. Okay, so on my post, not only did I tell them I was going to be there, what time the event was, where the event was, but I also did some photos of the products that I was going to have at the event. So that way you build up this anticipation and people getting excited like, ooh, I can't wait to get there because I want to see this in person. I want to feel and touch this, you know. So, and like I say, people actually told me, I saw you promoting on your social media pages and I came here looking for you. So definitely something that I highly recommend. Okay, so once you do all that, you promoting, you set your goals, decide what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, then comes in the mindset, okay? You have to believe that this is going to happen. In order to make that happen, you got to create an amazing customer experience. And I'm gonna tell you this, like, one of the complaints I heard from a lot of people was that, you know, some of the vendors didn't have bags. Guys, you got to have bags. Even though, you know, once somebody get a bag, they keep reusing the same bag so they won't have multiple bags. But you may be that first person that somebody purchased from, and you're going to provide the bag for them for the rest of the day. But still, always make sure you provide an amazing customer experience. So definitely have bags for your products or designs to put in. Also have payment options for people. You need to be accepting cash, credit, debit cards. I'm not a big fan of Cash App, but because I always offer cash, credit, Apple Pay, and all that first. Cash App is always my last resort as far as a form of payment. But in the same token, like, don't turn down any money. Don't turn down any money. And I know one person I end up having to direct to my website. And I always dislike having to do that because of the circumstances and the situations I had to. So I had to provide some type of incentive for that person to even go to my website. And yes, they did go. I got the sale that evening, that evening of the same day of the event. But so I let them know, look, you know, go to my website. You'll find out on my website, I offer free shipping. So the only difference is they just had to go to the website and get it. So it's not like they had to pay extra for shipping or anything like that. It was just like them actually buying it from the event. Okay. So I said, you know, go to my website. I have free shipping. So that was the incentive for them to say, okay, I can still get it at the same price, kind of thing. So yeah, so it was just a great experience, and like I say, have expectations, have high expectations, and as far as what kind of experience you're gonna create for the customer, and engage with the customer, because every customer is not gonna buy, but every customer is a touch point for your brand. I know a lot of people say, somebody has to connect with your brand like 7 times before they make a purchase and things like that. So for those people who did not purchase, who did not buy, that was one of their touch points with my brand. Some people asked for business cards, which I didn't have a lot of them. That's one thing I did forget, but because I carry around my business cards all the time anyway, I did have a few with me because I carry around all the time with me anyway in my purse. But create some kind of touch point, and also on your vending table or your booth or whatever, make sure you have your contact information visible, because a lot of people say, where can I find you online? And all I had to do was direct them to the sign that I created that had all my social media platforms on it. Okay. And my website on it. So definitely have some kind of sign, some kind of signature for people to be able to find you and identify where you are online, somewhere on your booth, table, display. Make that very visible for the customer. Let's see. And that's all the advice that I have to offer as far as vending in person. Like I say, just be prepared and have change. That's another thing. Have change, because a lot of people miss purchases because they didn't have sufficient change or enough change. Make sure you have enough change to change out your designs and your products. Okay, but that's all that I have to share. I hope, Quinta, you found this information helpful. And Quinta, just out of curiosity, are you vending in person anywhere this summer? If you are, just share it in the comments, and maybe some of our group members can come and check you out. My next what I decided to do and spread out my vending events. I have several in-person vending events lined up for this summer. So I decided to spread mine out. So I did June. I'm going to take it off July. And then I'm going to go back in August. And I'm going to do an event in Winston-Salem. And then, not Winston-Salem, Clemens. And then August, September, October, I'll be doing another event in Winston-Salem. So I kind of spread mine out because I create my designs by hand. It takes me some time to replenish and rebuild up my inventory, because I gotta make stuff all over again to sell. So that's what I decided to do. And also the interesting thing was too, I also just added my books to the table. And interestingly, I sold some books as well. Hey Teresa, how you doing? I sold some of my books as well. And I also had my t-shirts on the table. So I sold some t-shirts too. So if you have other products, branded products outside of your, I guess, standard products, it's okay to add them to your table just to see. You never know. Somebody might decide to purchase. Somebody might decide to pick up. And I'm glad I did, because my husband asked me, well, are you going to take your books? Are you going to take your t-shirts? And initially I wasn't, but I'm glad I did, because I sold some. I sold some. And then I think at the next event that I do, which is going to be in Clemens, I'm going to take some designs that just haven't really been moving online. Because normally when I vend, I take stuff that's popular online and sell those things. But I think I'm going to do a little experiment and take some things that aren't moving online, moving fast, and just see maybe in person, maybe people will be more willing to purchase it because they can physically, put their hands on it and feel it and touch it. So, yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys found this information helpful. And Miss Teresa, are you doing any in-person vending events this summer as well? Let us know in the comments, and maybe we can come and check you out as well, selling your books or your jewelry somewhere in person. But anyway, guys, have a great night. Take care. If you have any additional questions about how to prepare for in-person vending events, or how to set your goals, how to price your items, because I think that's a lot. Jazz Hart accompanied me this past Saturday, so we worked together, and it was a pleasure having her with me. But I noticed, because what I do also at vending events, I go around to each booth and introduce myself to all the other vendors as well. And just, engage with them, establish a rapport, establish a relationship. Some of the people I invited to join us here in our Facebook group. So I'm hoping we'll have some new members to come in from the event. But pricing, I really felt like a lot of people had their items under price. And so if you need help figuring out how much you should be charging for your products, I can help you with that. I can help you figure out what that looks like and help you develop a pricing strategy that's going to be profitable for you so you can make money and get your vending fee back and make a profit from a vending event, because you just don't want to, make your vending fee back. You want to make profit off of it. Your vending experience. So so what I do, I'll leave a link in the comments where we can set up and have a one-on-one consult, and we can go over that. And so to make sure you have your products priced right, products not necessarily right, but your products priced where they're profitable, where you're making money. Okay, because the whole objective, I know you guys love what you do. I know you guys enjoy doing what you do, but ultimately you went into business because you want to make money. Let's just be honest, okay? And in making money, you need to make sure that your products are priced right. So I include a link in the comment. You can schedule a one-on-one with me via Calendly, and we can figure out how you can have a profitable in-person vending event. Okay. But anyway, guys, have a great night. Take care.